What's going on YouTube? Crypto Matrix here, coming at you with another cryptocurrency streaming. Guys, the Bitcoin price had a big crash, crashing all the way down from 11,950 all the way down to 11,300 and is now sitting at around 11,516. It looks like it's getting a little bit of a bounce back. I was starting to make the video about a half an hour ago, and honest to God, guys, the price has shot up almost $200 in a half an hour. So, guys, if that sounds good to you, be sure to subscribe and like, and I'm going to dive right into the price action. So guys, as you can see, the price has dropped down, touched down below this support line, got all the way down to 11,300. Now we're getting a bit of a bounce up. I was planning on it bouncing right back up, and there it is, bouncing back up already. Already up $200 since it's down all the way down here. Now what I think is going to happen is we're going to kind of bounce back up and kind of retest the $11,700, $600 level. But what could happen in the bearish scenario is if we broke down further, we could retest some of the lower levels like 11,300. And that would be very bearish, okay guys? But what we've got going on right now is the EMA 20 is pushing down below the EMA 55. We are down below the middle Bollinger Band, so that means that we could be moving down for the short term. Even though we're getting a little bit of a bounce right here, unless we can start to push up towards the middle Bollinger Band, like right around here at around 11,550, for like the next candle, we can end up moving down further and pushing below this support. Now guys, don't forget, we still have that CME futures gap all the way down at 9,600. So we could just be working our way, crashing right back down there. It could be possible. But I don't think we're going to go down that low right away. I think it would take some significant breaking of supports to actually get down to that level again. And I think we're still on a bullish sentiment, putting in higher lows. Although this would be the first time it went lower in the recent month. Okay, so higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and a lower low for the first time. So I think that we could be getting a little bit of a reversal here, but we did get a bounce already, and we're already back above this support. So that's a good sign. We could just end up moving sideways to the right here and bouncing around for a little while, which would be okay. But I would like to see the price actually bounce up towards the $11,550 mark and press towards the $11,600 mark. Because if we break down below, say, 11,500 here and keep moving, we could actually get below this support again, and that could turn into resistance, and before you know it, we're pushing down towards 11,200, and that would be bad. So that's what it's looking like is going on in the short term. And guys, I wanted to go over Electroneum because we are moving down in that channel right now. As you can see, it looked like we were going to break out to the right here and go sideways to the right, just like over in this pattern, breaking out to the right, just like in this pattern, breaking out to the right and turning into some new supports. But it looks like we are heading downward. Okay, so we are 0.0048 right now and sitting. We are touching at this support box right here, but it looks like we are moving down. It looks like we're going to move out to the right a little bit now. Hopefully we'll get up back towards this resistance in this channel, and hopefully we can move out of it to the right. But it looks like we are moving downward. And what's really interesting is we are still putting in higher lows, except for this wick right here. So if you were to get rid of that wick, it would be higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So that would be a good sign. But we do have that one wick that creeped down. So it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a move to the side. And hopefully we can break out of it to the right and move up. What we don't want to see is something like this. What we don't want to see is something like that, because that could definitely happen, guys, and that would be very bearish. Okay, that would be retesting this lower support level at 0.004. Okay, guys, and we've been staying away from that pretty well for the last month. So I'd like to see us continue to stay away from that and continue to put in this sideways motion and consolidate and really tighten up, because then we're going to get a breakout, hopefully to the upside, it looks like. But the question is when. When is that breakout coming? We keep getting these fake outs, which is a pump and then a dump and a pump and 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 a dump. So there's been 1, 2, 3, 4 pumps in the recent history. But in all honesty, guys, it just looks like healthy price action. I don't think there's manipulation here. I think it's just, you know, you get a little bit hyped. People start buying the coin starts moving, stuff starts happening. And I think if we were already down below the second support, like down here, then we'd be in a very bad place. So I think we're still in a good place, hugging this support up here. And I think that the future holds good things for Electroneum. It's just a matter of time. And even right now, we're getting a little bit of an uptick above that support box. That's a good sign. Let's hopefully say we move out to this to the right. Okay, we don't want to break down. And guys, I want to talk a little bit about Zec. Zec is getting a big crash down. We busted right through that support trend line that we've been on for a while. Actually, we're back into this trend line now. We broke out of it, so we were oversold for a little while, all the way up at around $190 or $100 and $90, fluctuating in between that rate. And now we have broken below it into this channel. So I think we're back on schedule for its accurate price range to move forward for the next few months. So if we scroll over to the right here and say just extend this channel a little further, we could end up right back on schedule by September if we continue. But what could happen is we could break all the way down to this support at around $74, have a bounce back up. It's kind of been doing a lot of bouncing around. So I think we're going to get a little bit more bouncing going on. If you look in at the candles, we do have a bullish reversal going on. It's not very clean, but it is happening. So hopefully we're going to get a little bit of a reversal here. The EMA 20 is starting to look like it's touching through the middle Bollinger Band and can touch back towards the EMA 55. It looks like it's kind of getting a little bit of a bend there. And the Bollinger Bands is starting to, the middle Bollinger Band is right here, and we're starting to peak back towards it. So that's a good sign. Hopefully we can move out to the right here. We don't want to continue to break down here either. We don't want to end back down at these supports. We want to continue to move it up. But usually when price has a big spike up, there is a subsequent big sell-off after that, guys. Bitcoin's done it many times. After its peak, almost 50 to 80% dumps. So you got to imagine these altcoins can do the same kind of thing. And guys, I wanted to go over the Bitcoin price and how it's in the early main bull phase for Q4, and this was done by Willy Woo. So Willy Woo Bitcoin early main bull phase began recently. In the series of tweets on August 10th, Woo continued to debate begun by Bitcoin developer Jimmy Song, who himself debated the topic in the latest issue of Tech Talk blog post series. He says, yes, the bull market has really started April 2019. Woo responded, continuing, what started recently is the early main bull phase. It's Q4 2016 all over again, but different dynamics and themes at play. So BTC USD hit 12,000 twice in recent days, managed to hold its support 11,500, and a long awaited show of strength that has given many analysts long or cause for long-term optimism. So guys, I've been really thinking that, you know, we're in a bull market already, even if it doesn't feel like it. Remember, we left a reaccumulation phase post halving of Bitcoin, and that higher times are, honest to God, right around the corner. I've been saying it over and over again. You need to be accumulating during these times. Even though it's a little up right now, this is still just in its infancy stage, and as Bitcoin really blasts off, we could see a 10x over the next 3 years easily, which means $100,000 Bitcoin. It could go all the way up to 140,000 technically. But anywhere between 80 and 140, I would say, would be accurate for the peak of the bull run. Okay, guys, so just keep that in mind moving forward. If you're selling out too much coin right now, keep that in mind that higher times could be right around the corner, and it's almost like it's predetermined. You just have to be patient. Okay, so he says, I think the cycle BTC gets to prove itself as a legit macro asset bucket for traditional investors, while the cycle after this, it overtakes gold to be sufficient digital SOB for digital age. Okay, guys, check it out. Here's the curve for the long-term chart. Look into Bitcoin. So from 10,000, as we get up to the peak, okay, and the top of this channel, we would be peaking at around $100,000. And as you can see, here's the peaks: 2011, 2013, 2017. Will it be 2021 or 22? Guys, I think so. I'm prepared. So I can't wait for this to actually play out and see what happens. If it goes down more, I'll be accumulating more, because I really believe that the Bitcoin price is in a place where it's going to shoot up continuously over the next 10 years. You got to think about the last 10 years. Look at that last 10 years. You can see it right there. All the way from 2010 all the way up, and we're all the way up at $10,000 again. Those gains are still exponential and extremely notable. So macro investors' eyes, 10 times returns this cycle is just breaking up now. Should last a few years as a 2.5 consolidation in fantastic base for a catapult up. Break of old highs will have an explosive fall through. Time to sit and be patient, guys. That's what I'm saying. So in May, fellow analyst Positive Crypto argued that Bitcoin had in fact been in an accumulation phase for almost 900 days. Okay, so that's the reaccumulation phase. And that the consolidation would soon be broken, which subsequently happened weeks later. So that's exactly what happened, guys. We started to pump up from 9,600 up to 11, up to 12, bouncing around a little bit, and now we're sitting at around 11,494. So meanwhile, a survey by quant analyst Plan B revealed increasing bullish sentiment among investors, and we all know about Plan B, with over 50% believing that BTC USD would trade above 100,000 by December 21. Now, guys, I'll be a little transparent here. For a long time, at least back in 2018, I was planning for a 2021 high, but it is looking like it will be, late 2021, early 2022. So, guys, that could really happen. It just really could. We could see $100,000 Bitcoin by late 2021, early 2022. And I'll be very honest, guys. I'm very prepared for that. I'm ready. I will be ready with bells on when that happens. And you guys should be too. If you're in this channel, you should be prepared for this next peak, no matter what. Okay, guys? You should be accumulating coin. You shouldn't be selling too much of your fast coin. You should have a certain designated coin for fast coin, so you're not going crazy waiting for this big peak. Okay? Nobody does that. Okay? Everybody has, well, anybody that's doing it right has hodl coin, and then they have fast moving coins, so they're not going nuts waiting. So otherwise you're going to sell off prematurely, say like at $20,000, and then before you know it, you're sitting at around $45,000 saying, damn, I wish I held to right here. It could have doubled my money or tripled it. And before you know it, it could be all the way up at $100,000, and you're looking back saying, damn, I sold off 80% ago. And that's just painful. So be very patient, guys. There's a lot of good things coming in the Bitcoin price. You just have to be patient and know what to look for. And I think, guys, even if you got in at a support at around 11,400 here, you're in a good spot, okay? So remember, I've always been saying buy the supports, flip the resistances if you're doing that, guys. That's exactly how you do it. I was making this video when I was doing this, so I actually missed the bottom. I watched it happen. I'm like, oh, damn. I couldn't log in quick enough, basically, and it shot up to almost 11,500 by the time I signed on. So it happened in 12 minutes. That dip happened. So you got to be watching it if you want to catch it too, guys. You can't just set your alerts and hope to get there in time. You got to be ready. You got to be watching it. You got to be paying attention to it. If I'm doing something else other than trading, like playing a game or doing research or something fun for myself, I still have the charts up to my right or left, so I can always see the price, so I can always be mindful of what's going on in the markets and be paying attention. You have no excuse to be missing support levels. And in a market like this, it's just really volatile. All you got to do is pay attention. And guys, that's all I have time for today. I've been trying to keep it a little short. Tomorrow, actually, I have surgery, so I might not be on tomorrow. I might be. I'm not sure how long I'll be out for the surgery. I am going under for it, but it's just a surgery on my hand. But I'm not sure how I'll be doing, so I'm not sure if I'll be doing a video tomorrow. So if I am doing a video, I hope to see you guys tomorrow. But if not, I will see you guys the next day. And thank you for tuning in, guys. I'm Crypto Matrix. I'll catch you guys later.